So, you're stuck in the friend zone. You got that girl that you like, and she only likes you as a friend. You want to know how to get out of it, so she can start seeing you as a sexual option for her. Well, let's talk about that today. I'm Paul, Apex Mindset. Take your finger, slide it over, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Get on my email list for a free report that will come out sometime, probably in about a week or so, and some coaching options and free reports and information, things I can't share on YouTube because of the censors. I will not spam your email, okay? I need to say that too. There's no spamming, there's no ads, nothing like that. Just more content from me, okay? So let's get into it. So the friend zone, yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm not going to get too far in the weeds as to why they do this, okay? How this happens, why it happens. I mean, you just have to understand, you can't get mad about it, okay? You have to understand that women are genetically wired, biologically wired, to use men for resources, whether that be their emotional resources, as in, you know, telling them about their problems, telling them about their feelings, things that they're upset about, you know, making a guy her emotional tampon, that kind of stuff, or whether intellectual resources, or just company, companionship, or whether it's buying her dinners, whether it's fixing her car, whether it's fixing things in her house for her, doing favors. I mean, this is just how they're wired, okay? That's how we evolved as a species. Women evolved doing these things with people that they did not consider sexual options. And unlike you as a man who considers almost everyone a potential sexual option, they compartmentalize. So women will put most guys actually into it doesn't matter, even the most sluttiest of women will put most dudes in a category of not mateable, all right? And that's where you are right now. You're in the not mateable category. You would be perfect, but for somebody else. She does not consider you a mating option or sexual option. So, general rule would be to not worry about that and move on with your life, but a lot of you guys have this question. A lot of you guys want some answers here other than that, so I'm going to give them to you, all right? First rule, it may seem obvious, but you guys do it to yourselves all the time, is don't put yourself in that friend zone in the first place, okay? In other words, you are accepting, all right? You're accepting behavior and treatment from someone else that's less than what you want, less than your standards. That is why this is happening to you. Someone is not going to treat you in a manner that you won't allow, all right? So you are allowing yourself to be in this friendship category and putting up with that and qualifying to her, doing things for her and all this stuff. And she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong. And in theory, she probably isn't, all right? Depending on how it's going down. Most likely, she's not doing anything wrong. You're the person who is put yourself and allowed yourself to be in this category, and you did that at some point from the get-go. So guys think that being the nice guy, being the comfortable guy to be around, being the, you know, you send off these friendship vibes right from the get-go because you want to qualify to her, let her know that you're this cool dude, you know, that you're this nice guy and you're not like the other guys and all that crap. And what she ends up doing is she ends up liking you, having a good time with you, and seeing you as not somebody she would ever want to have sex with. That's just what happens, and that's what happened to you. They make that determination oftentimes within the first couple of minutes of meeting somebody, based on how you act and the vibe that you give off. So, don't get into it in the first place. You have to understand that you got two categories. She can be a true friend, which is somebody that you are happy not sleeping with. She is not a sexual option for you. You don't want her like that, regardless of how she feels about you, and that's okay. Doesn't matter what she looks like. You've suspended your biological drive to have sex with everything on earth and to not have sex with her, and you're happy with that, all right? That's the only way you have a true friendship with women, and I've done another video on this, but you can have a platonic friendship It's not the same as your platonic friendships that you have with men, but you can have platonic friendships with women when you suspend that mating drive, and that's how you feel about it. The other option is sexual option, okay? Do not allow yourself to be in the middle, which is what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to be the friendship. It's a friendship fraud, okay? It's fraudulent friendship. It's not real because you are accepting a friendship, but really you want something more. And what is that in essence? Accepting something that you don't, that's less than what you want, less than your standards. In essence, that's being a beta guy. That's being a weaker guy. And generally speaking, women are going to be attracted to the stronger guy who doesn't accept less than the standards, okay? And so you are, by doing that, that action of accepting that friendship, when she knows you want something more, she's not stupid. Women are very good at picking up on this sort of thing, okay? She knows you want something more and have accepted something less, and that's why you're there, because that shows that you're weak, all right? You've demonstrated your weakness by doing that. You demonstrated that you are not of the right genetic material for her to have babies with, okay, which means you're not sexually attractive. So you tried to get her with all of your friendship vibes and stuff, right? Well, that's not exactly helping you, is it? So the first rule is don't get into a friendship in the first place. When you see a girl that's hot, you treat her like a sexual option. Now, I'm not going to go over game in this video and how you do that, because the way and the manner you do that is not to qualify. You have to do it in a manner where you're not qualifying to her and not trying to put her on a pedestal and trying to placate to her or please her, okay? That's not treating somebody like a sexual option, all right? But you're not treating her like this friend either, this nice guy, okay? You're actually treating her like a sexual option, like somebody that you would sleep with. That's different than how you would treat a friend, okay? And so you guys are approaching women and seeing women, you're treating them like friends, giving the nice guy vibe off. I'm not like everybody else, but here's the funny part about that. 80% or more of those guys are exactly like that. All of these guys, their DMs and social media, and when they meet somebody, they're filled with guys who are being nice to them to show that they're not like every other guy. Now, I'm not suggesting you act like a jerk and you act mean or whatever, but you don't qualify them to them. You don't give them extra attention. You don't try to please them and placate to them and show them how great of a guy you are. You know, or you really want to show her and earn her attraction. Attraction is not earned, okay? So what you need to do is not do those things, be yourself, and treat her like a sexual option, meaning have conversations with her, be curious about her, and set up the dates, okay? Set up the contact, set up the date, set up the meeting where you guys go out, and you're going out non-platonically. You have to do that from the get-go. Do not start off platonically and then try to convert it over. That rarely works out well, okay? Rarely works out well. And even when it does work out, usually she does not find that guy to be the best that she's ever had in terms of sexual attraction, which means the relationship will never work, okay? So assuming you're hung up on somebody and stuck in the friend zone, you want a relationship to work, well, you know, it's not going to, okay, if it starts off that way. So you have to start off with the right frame. Now, I'm going to continue because right there, if you didn't start off with the right frame, she's already compartmentalized and put you in that friend zone. You're probably there to stay, okay, no matter what you do, all right? That's just the reality of it, and this is why you move on, but we'll get into that, all right, because there's ways it can turn around. So next part is, you know, part two is you stop. All right, so you effed up number one. You already played the friendship game with her, and now you're in the friend zone. So now you're there, what do? First thing you do is you stop pursuing her and stop qualifying to her. Don't text her and call her and ask her how she's doing, ask her what she's up to, try to do things for her, tell me about your problems, I'm a good listener, let me go help you with that, oh, that's happened, let me do this with you. Stop doing that stuff, okay? So stop pursuing her, stop qualifying to her. If she calls you, that's cool, you stop doing that to her. What you need to do is you need to make her an acquaintance. The closer you are in this friendship, the more she is going to see you as not a sexual option. Or worse, is she sees you as a backup plan. That's even worse. Because then what that means is she is going to have sex with other people that she sees as better sexual options than you. And then if sex with those people doesn't work out, what happens is she'll settle with you because you're a good guy. That's never a good start. That is a recipe for divorce, failure, single mommy situations, all kinds of stuff. All right? She's going to kick you to the curb if that's how it goes. You're the beta provider is what it is. And you're the beta backup plan. That's even worse than being the friend. Because then she'll suck up all of your male energy. Instead of just rejecting you, she's actually going to suck you dry of all your male energy and leave you a broken man needing coaching from me to get back out there. So let's avoid that, all right? And stop qualifying to her, and stop being this bestie with her, okay? Whatever you are, all right? She becomes an acquaintance now. You're not going to be mean to her. You're not going to be a jerk to her, but you're just not going to put your energy and attention into her. Why are you going to do this? You have to understand this. The more attention and energy you put into her, what you're saying to her and to her primitive brain is that she is actually better than you. A woman cannot be sexually attracted to a man that she believes she is better than, or feels like in that primitive brain that she is better than. This is hypergamy. She's looking for the best sexual option she can get. You are reminding her every single time that you qualify to her, placate to her, or chase her, essentially. You're reminding her that you are not the best sexual option. The best sexual option is somebody up here that she has to obtain. So when you're down here trying to obtain her, it'll never work. You see how that goes? So she needs to be the one qualifying to you. She needs to be the one texting you. She needs to be the one trying to get your attention, not the other way around. And again, we're not talking about in the relationship. That's still true in a relationship, but it shows up differently. We're talking about in this situation, you are solidifying your spot in that friend zone if you continue to qualify and pursue. So stop doing that, all right? She becomes an acquaintance, all right? She's an acquaintance now, that's it. So you distance yourself from her. And now that you're distanced from her, you got all kinds of time on your hands. You can work on yourself as a man. She finds you sexually unattractive. If she found you sexually attractive, she would have sex with you. Saying that you're great for someone else and you're a good-looking guy for someone else means that you're not a good-looking guy enough for her. All right? That's the reality. That's the truth bomb. Do not listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Okay? So if she is, telling you how great you are, for some of your, maybe even trying to hook you up with friends or whatever, but she's not interested in you, that means she does not find you sexually attractive for herself. So how are you going to how are you going to get out of this friend zone, right? If she doesn't see you as a sexual option. So she has to convert, she has to move away from having compartmentalized you into a non-sexual being and seeing you as a sexual option. That won't happen, of course, with you chasing and pursuing her. And now that you have all of this time on your hands, you need to make yourself a better man, period, which is going to make you more sexually attractive. That means getting into the gym. That means working on yourself, working on your business, working on your goals, working on what you look like, okay? Yes, I'm just wearing a cut sleeve shirt and a camouflage hat today, but I know how to dress when I go out places, okay? So working on those things, a rather silly shirt, in fact, but whatever. Working on your appearance, working on your game, your communication skills, working on all the things that makes you a man. And you're not going to do this for her, because if you do that, you're qualifying to her, and that's empty, and it usually fails. You're going to do this for you, so that you find a companion that's better for you. Be it her or someone else, doesn't matter. But you do it just to be better for you. And then the end result or net result of that is you find somebody better. Or you become attractive to her. So she has space from you. You're no longer qualifying to her. She has to kind of chase you to get her to get your attention. And you're becoming more sexually attractive. Do you see where this is going? This is the only way this could possibly turn around, if it's going to. And you have to be resolved that it may not. So working on yourself as a man also means dating other women, okay? You have a one-itis for this person. go look up one-itis and look up my video on one-itis. It's unhealthy. You putting yourself out there for someone and putting feelings into someone who doesn't reciprocate those feelings is an unhealthy relationship pattern. And you need to stop doing that, all right? Good way to stop doing that is to follow the first steps I mentioned and to focus on dating other women. So go date, see other women, spin plates as they call it, find somebody better, okay? But what you're really doing is you're in the process of finding a good companion and having fun with women, learning how to communicate with women, learning all that stuff, okay? Having sex with women, it's all great. It's all good, okay? Go do those things, okay? That's what you need to be doing because you are a sexual option. You need to act like one. And when she sees, there's something called social proof. So when she sees that you're out there dating, seeing other women, regardless of what she says or how she reacts to it, she starts to see you as a sexual object at least, or as somebody that's desirable by other women, and that can potentially turn things around if she doesn't have you solidly placed in that friend zone department, right? Depends on why and how you're there. But, so, that's what you do, okay? You date other women, and you find somebody better. That's your best option to get rid of your one-itis altogether. Because this whole one-itis thing and treating her like she's different and special, okay, she's not special because she hasn't earned the right to be special to you. Someone who is special is someone who falls into your frame, is madly sexually attracted to you. She's willing to drop all of her sexual options and drop everything to be with you because she finds you that attractive. That's the person that gets your attention this way, not somebody who doesn't do that. So that's why you're going to stop doing that. And then if she wants your attention, wants your time, she will start to do things to try to get that from you. And when you do that, and this is now after you've created distance, you're dating other people, your sexual market value is higher, all those things, when you do that, you treat her like a sexual option. You don't treat her like a friend when she calls you to hang out. You don't treat her like a buddy that you're just going to listen, you know what I mean, and fall into that role. You treat it like a date, all right? You go for the kiss. You escalate physically. If she stops you and says she doesn't want that, we're only friends, then you set your boundary and you say, you know what, though? I'm interested in more than that, and that's okay if you're not, but we're just not going to hang out for a while unless that changes for me. And you set your boundary, and she knows that if she calls you, she wants to see you, it's on your terms, and those terms are where she's a sexual option and you're a sexual option. Those terms are not where you want to pine for her and she uses you for resources. That is not the terms. That's the terms that you have been accepting up to this point, and you need to stop, okay? The best way to have women that have friend zoned you see you as a sexual option is to start acting like it. All right? They are not going to see you that way if you continue to accept these relationships and these dynamics that are not what you actually want. Thanks again for tuning in. Made it to the end. My email address will be printed across the screen at the end of this video, so make sure you send me an email and you can be included in some free reports and other content that I can't share on YouTube. Thanks for the support. Take care.